Hey you guys, this is another support group requested video. There's a survivor that let me know that she would be leaving the narcissist in about 2 weeks, and she wanted a video to help prepare her for that and what can she expect and all of this and that. So that's a pretty layered video there. I'm going to begin to have that conversation with her, and hopefully, this can help her in the reality of things. Right before you leave the narcissist, what can you expect is what she was asking. Well, what I'm going to say right off the bat is everything is going to be heightened inside of you. You're going to feel more alive than ever in a certain sense, as far as you're going to be feeling a lot of things. So things can be at an all-time high. Confusion at an all-time high. Emotions at a all-time high. You're hurt and pain for the situation, feeling devastated at an all-time high. It's possible. The chaos and the drama and the abuse can be at an all-time high as well. And this is what I want her to be careful about, actually, because with all of these things being at an all-time high, this actually can be a really bad concoction. If we were talking like a witch's little spell brew or something, that could make you get sucked back into the toxic situation. And people be like, wait a minute, the hurt is at an all-time high, but I'm going to go back. My emotions, confusion, hurt, and pain at an all-time high, but I'm going to go back to this person. Yeah, because you want to have relief. And what we know is when it's heightened, is about to get to that discard, what comes next? A love bomb, right? And that is the relief that you're looking for. And it helps you to rescue and escape the much needed work that you're needing to do on yourself at that time, honestly. But you don't want to have those type of distractions, falling for another love bomb, falling for another fake apology. Once this person sees that, they're losing their grip on you, this is what's going to come in. And it's like, you'll want to believe it because you don't want them to really be that monster. You don't want them to be that toxic for you that you can't be with them. You don't really want to face going through a divorce and these types of things, because it's unpleasant, right? But it's even more unpleasant, actually, to stay on this cycle of abuse. And that's what, we need to keep in mind. So, yeah, right before you leave them, you're going to be second guessing yourself a lot. You're like, should I stay? Should I go? Especially if you've been in this situation for a very long time, or you've had these patterns in previous relationships. It'll be re-triggered in you, and you'll be second guessing yourself, and this also can be stemming from feeling a lot of fear inside of you. Fear of stripping that band-aid off, just not even stripping, ripping it off, striking out, letting go of this person, because chances are you were filling your cup with them. It's like, oh, there's going to be a major void here that I'm going to have to fill now that this person is leaving me. And you may not know what to fill it with yet because you've been so detached from yourself. And then a lot of times we've isolated our family members from us as well. So we feel like we don't have a large support system. So I'm really glad that this survivor is on my private support group, and she is on a channel like this, because as you can see, there's a large community, honey, that can help you feel better about things. So, these heightened emotions and everything, this is part of the, like I said, the way that they're able to suck us back in. But yeah, this is what you're going to be feeling a lot of times. But, I can't make this type of question, and you guys know that I'm all about angle. This type of questions can have a lot of angles. You might feel stronger than ever at this point. You might just be fed up and ready. You might not have confusion at an all-time high. Maybe for once now you're finally seeing things clear, and you know what you have to do, even if it's not easy, even if you still love this person, but they just don't love you and they're unhealthy. So I can't do this one size fit all. You know, there's a spectrum and you can fit anywhere in there. Okay? Where you could be leaving and you're not really ready yet, meaning you really haven't gotten it yet, and you're doing it because other people told you to do it, and you're not really feeling that strong about it, and you'll end up back in the situation again. You know, it's a whole spectrum, you guys. But right before you leave, yeah, you're gonna have, your mind is going to be on, you're not gonna be able to sleep, you might not be able to eat, or if you find comfort in food, you might be eating more. You know, you might be feeling confused and lost and just all over the place, not being able to concentrate. And, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, because this person is giving you, by the end of the relationship, a lot to digest, even if it was a brief one, because they are notorious for doing a little bit and doing a little bit, I'm sorry, doing a lot in a little bit of time. And people who haven't experienced be like, you were only with them for 3 months. Huh. People could do a lot in 90 days. Okay. A lot. So you're going to really have to work on intercepting yourself. You're going to have to disrupt your toxic patterns. You're going to have to build a support system if you feel like you don't have one. You know, I have a lot of things on my website, lakiacrawford.com, that might suit you. You know, I have texting where you can text me. I have phone sessions and FaceTimes. You know, these are things that you can invest in yourself if you're able to. You know, if you're able to. And if not, hey, you got these support groups. Every day I put up a thread and I ask people, hey, how are you doing today? Anything you want to share today? And we all huddle around each other and support each other through those threads. So you got that too. You know, there is support there for you. Okay. Never feel like you're alone. You might feel that way. You might feel hopeless in life. I definitely don't want you to feel suicidal, because a lot of times people can feel that way at the end. You know, they're finally leaving this person, but they're usually doing it at their most broken state as well. So you might feel like, what is this life? What am I doing anywhere? Like, anyway, you know, you might feel very hopeless about things. And I don't want you to get that, because then you're actually absorbing their energy. You're absorbing their energy from that experience, that, you know, the experience of being under their dark cloud. And your life is so much more, and there's so much beauty waiting on the side of healing from this. Keep your support. Stay, you know, in the community, whether it's my channel or whoever speaks to you. Stay. I have a motivational playlist on this channel to help you stay encouraged on the days when you don't want to get out of bed, you don't want to take a shower. So your self-care could be falling down on the line too, because this all goes in with depression and is highly susceptible to have some element, some level of depression swarming around there. Okay. So, you know, right before you leave, it may feel the worst. It really does. It may feel the worst, because you're right there to tip, you know, and it's going to take your willpower at that point. Sure willpower to say enough is enough. Because enough really is enough. You don't deserve to live like that, and you deserve so much more, and you can get it. Sometimes we're convinced that we can't get more because we've never had it. But that you can't, you have to think of the space and place that you were in the past, and what you were willing to accept and settle for that you want in the future, that will increase your odds of actually getting what you want. All right. And it's not even about rebounding into another relationship if it's outside of yourself. You know, that relationship needs to be with you. And that's not a rebound. You know, it's recommitting to yourself. All right. Yeah, it's deep, you guys, and I have a ton of videos on this channel to help with this area. So YouTube does allow me to tag 4 videos on here. Maybe when I get time, I'll make a playlist where I can put them all in one place. But I'll at least tag 4 videos on here to help you with, how you're feeling right before you leave the narcissist. You know, the denial, the aspect of yourself, maybe looking for a little piece of hope that will help you be able to bail, or that you could convince yourself to bail out of actually taking this action because you don't really want to do it. You don't really want it to have been wrong. You don't really want it to be over. You wanted it to work out. But, staying in the facts and staying in the truth, and I have a whole playlist, logic versus feelings, that would help you with this. All right. You might be doing a lot of crying. You might just be doing a lot of soul searching, just trying to find your way, trying to figure this thing out. It's very deep, you guys. It's very deep, but this is what you need to do. This is the point that this experience needed to get you in. And you might be kicking yourself down while you already feel down. And I want to highly, suggest that you don't do that. I mean, perceptions really do matter, you guys. And that's why I worked so hard on this channel to talk about having healthy perceptions. The fact that you're actually ready to leave a toxic situation and choose yourself and choose to walk in love and light, that's actually something to celebrate. Not, oh, well, it shouldn't have took me this long, or, oh, it took me this many years, or, oh, well, who's going to want me now? And, oh, this person took so much from me. I have nothing to give to others. Now it's time to replenish yourself. You're going to be okay. Focus on a positive. Honey, you are graduating, because the old you would have just stayed and not left and stayed gone. That is a sign of growth right there. So we got to have the right perceptions as well. Because our mind, when we've been verbal abused like that, and it'll be running through your mind all the negative things that they say. Oh, you think you leaving? You'll be back. They're going to try everything. You're ugly. You're this, you're that. Nobody's going to want you. They're going to just and say things that aren't even true to get in your head. So yeah, right before you leave them, if they find out, which a lot of times they do because they sneaky and they keeping their eyes and on you, they might even be going through your phone this whole time and invading your privacy because they don't have boundaries. So, they're going to try everything to bring you down. If you have kids, oh, nobody's going to want you. If you have kids, they'll say anything. They'll try to put you down. Oh, if you let yourself go, your self-care, they'll try to pick on that. Oh, you're fat. Nobody's going to want. Don't worry about any of that. These are tactics that manipulative people will try if they feel like you're insecure enough and they want to plant that doubt. But think about it. Isn't it really sick? Like, you want me to stay that bad that you want to break my spirit and my soul to try to keep me around. But this is what happens, you guys. So, things will be at an all-time high, but this is that's what's needed to create the tower moment. And that's breaking that bridge and burning that to a crisp so that you'll never cross it again. Reconnecting with yourself, taking those lessons and doing the work, and coming out bigger and better and stronger, honey. Go through your purge. Go through it. It's growing pains. Go through it. You will be okay. In the end, you will be okay. More than okay. All right. Many people have done it. But yeah, a lot of things can happen before you leave them. But, hopefully this video will give you some type of idea on what goes on with people. But, the more that you can stay in your logic, plan as much as you can. And then sometimes in the most severe situations, you just got to go with the clothes on your back. But material things are replaceable. A life is not. I just want to say that. Spirit told me to say that. And there are resources out there that will help women and children and even men. Don't be too proud. Don't be too proud. We all need help at one time or another. All right? I'm just waiting to see, if there's anything else that I should mention in this video. Well, I guess I already kind of mentioned it, how you might be actually trying to talk yourself out of doing it. All right. Well, go ahead and list those pros and cons and be honest, and you will see those cons are like pages long. Pages long. Stay prayerful. Stay close to God. He did not bring you all this way for nothing. And this is very serious, especially for those of you who are experiencing domestic violence. Very serious. Or your narcissist has anger management issues, which they typically do. All right. All right. If anyone wants to share their success stories down here to keep this survivor encouraged to know, like, there's another side to this coin here. Okay. There's a life that you will enter, another experience for you to have. Go ahead and share them down there in the comment section and keep her encouraged. You got this. You got this. There's so much support now. It's not in the beginning when no one was even talking about narcissistic abuse and stuff. You have so much support now. All you got to do is lean on it. Lean on it. All right? So never give up on yourself. Never give up on yourself. Continue to do the work. And until next time, please take care.